All right, grade 10, let's look at mathematical literacy June paper 2, and let's see the corrections. Question 1. Study the pictures below and answer the questions that follow. We have clock A and clock B. 1.1.1, the question. Indicate which of the two clocks above display a digital time. So this is analog. This is what we call the analog, and this is the digital time. So here we are supposed to say clock B. If clock B indicates time in 24-hour system, which is the digital format, will this time as seen on the clock B be in the morning or afternoon? So now, since we said 12-hour system, if it's like this simply means it's what? The morning. So our answer here will be the morning. If it was in the afternoon or evening, it would have been 8 plus 12, and it would have been 20:00. That's if it at all it was like this, then it would take afternoon or evening. But morning, it remains the same. All right, let's continue and we look at question number 1.1.3 to 1.2.1. Study the pictures above and answer the questions that follow. Determine the temperature in C. Now, the temperature in C, it will be indicated by a simple line here where the red line was stopping. So we are looking at it in degrees Celsius, not Fahrenheit. So which is the 40. So here we are supposed to have 40 degrees Celsius. Okay, we continue. 1.3, study the map and the scale and answer the questions that follow. Identify the type of scale above. This is the scale that we have here. The type of scale, this is the scale we are looking at. The answer was supposed to be a bar scale, or someone could have called it a linear scale. How many kilometers are represented by 1 centimeter? It was written here. Take note of that. 1 centimeter represents 200. 1 centimeter represents 200. So they're asking how many kilometers. We are supposed to put 200 kilometers. Question 2. Mr. Smith is a mathematical literacy teacher at Kangwa High School. Below is a layout of his classroom. Study the layout of the classroom and answer the questions that follow. This is the layout of the classroom. Let's look at the question. Explain the meaning of a given scale. Now, the given scale, this one is what we call the number scale. But when they ask for the meaning, simply meaning, 1 unit, you write 1 unit. 1 unit on paper represents the 50 units in real life. If you measure 1 unit on paper, you get 50 units in real life. How many learners are in the class if there is 1 learner seated at each desk? So we count the number of desks we have. We have 3 and we have 5. So this simply means it's 3 by 5, which gives us 15. So here we shall write, come here and we say 15 learners. Which learner is positioned closest to the door? We come here and we see which learner is closest to the door. So closest to, this is the door. This is the door. So the learner closest to the door is learner A. So here we come and we say learner A. On this sitting plan, the classroom is 10,5 centimeters wide. By means of calculations, determine the actual width of the classroom using a given scale. Write your answer in meters. What does it mean? You bring the scale, you say 1:50. But now we've measured that we have 10,5. What will it be? What will it be? So we cross multiply, which simply means it's going to be 10,5 times 50. And the answer there, you get it as 520, but these are centimeters. What we do, we divide by 100 because we're changing centimeters. They want the answer in meters. We divide by 100. And indeed, the answer becomes 5,2. Don't forget the unit. 5,25. That's the answer there. 2.5. You are seated at desk K. Explain how you would walk from the door to your desk. These are straightforward answers. Please, you explain the way you see the diagram. So you are at the door here. You're here. And you need to move up to here. Explain. So here you can say, move towards between the first column and the second column. You move through them, move towards H, and K will be behind H. Actually, when you're moving, put this in your head. This is the right, this is the left. So move towards desk or learner B. Go through the corridor. Go through the corridor. You move up to H. K will be behind H. You move, and your desk will be on the left-hand side. Please, you need to explain. Such questions are 3 marks. All right, let's look at question number 3. Mrs. DeVette wants to bake a cake. She has found this easy recipe on a pastry. The cake is called easy cake, all right? And this is what you need. These are the ingredients. All right, there we go. Send the information above and answer the questions that follow. How many teaspoons of baking powder would one need if the recipe requires 60 mils? So 60 mils, ask yourself how many, or only 1 teaspoon, because you're looking, you're looking at tablespoons. Ask yourself 1 tablespoon has how many mils? Oh, they are 15. So you come here, divide by 15. So you need 4 tablespoons. How many cups of butter is needed or are needed by Mrs. DeVette if she wants to serve 36 people? Now, 36 people, you ask yourself, the recipe that she has, how many people does it serve? And you look at it very much, it serves 12 people. So for 12 people, how much butter do they need? How many cups of butter do they need? So for 12 people, how many cups of butter do they need? 12 people, they need half a cup, which is 0.5. So what about if you have 36? How many cups will they need? You leave it as like that. What do you do? Cross multiply. So it becomes 0.5 times 36 equals to 12 times the empty box. Divide through by 12, divide through by 12. So 0.5 times 36, you get 18. 18 divided by 12, you get 3, so you get 1.2. So the person will need 1.5 cups, 1.5 cups of butter for 36 people. 3.1.3. Mrs. Devet stated that 100 mils of vanilla, 100 mils of vanilla in the recipe. Show by means of calculations how she got to this. Now, when we come to the recipes, it states that she needs 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And when you come here, you find out that, you know what? Only 1 teaspoon is 1 teaspoon requires 5. So she needs 2 times 5. That's why 2 times 5. 3.14. 3.14. If you have a quarter of a kilogram of butter, would you have enough butter for this recipe? Show all calculations. First and foremost, you have to find out quarter of a kilogram. What could it be? So we are trying to change it into grams. Into grams. So kilograms are 1,000. So here you end up having 250 grams. Why am I putting it in grams? When you look at the butter that's needed, it's half a cup. And when you look at what they have told you here, the cup is worth 250. Only 1 cup is 250. 1 cup is 250. So, and they have told you if only you have 1 gram, you have 1 meal. So that means 1 meal equals to 1 gram. So if you have 250 mils, you as the same person who has 250 grams. So here we see the person needs this much. So a quarter of this is 250. Ask yourself, how much butter do we need? Will it be enough for the butter? Now the butter is half a cup. Half a cup. So turn this into grams. So half a cup, it will be half times 250, which is the same as 125. These are grams. Now, if the person has a quarter is way too much. So we shall say it what? It will be enough for the given recipe. Not leave another 36 people, but for the 12 people, it will be enough. All right. The recipe indicates that the temperature of the oven must be set to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. Mrs. DeWitt stated that this means she must set the temperature of her oven to 191 degrees when rounded off to the nearest unit. Verify showing all calculations whether a statement is correct. What are we verifying? We want to find out if we change this to degrees Celsius, do we get 191? So we need to come and put it in the formula. First and foremost, please fill in the formula. Where you see F, you put this number here, 375 minus 32. All right, 3 divided by 5 into brackets, 3 minus 32. You get 190, 55. When you round off this to the nearest number you get, don't forget to conclude and you say, a statement is what? A statement is right. A statement is right. Don't forget that. All right, you look at question number 4. Kathleen will be visiting is sister in Johannesburg for a week. Below is the weather prediction for the week. Katlego will be visiting his sister. When you look at the week, these letters are standing for the days. So this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay. So determine the day in which with the highest chance of rain. Highest chance of rain. Take note of it. So these percentages are the ones. So which one has the highest? It's C, Wednesday. So you have to come here and you write for us. It's what? Wednesday. Katlego has a small bathroom scale to help him weigh his luggage. He decides to weigh himself first. Take note of that. What does he do? He weighs himself first, and then he weighs himself with the suitcase. So he does two things. Okay, the scale reading with Katlego only, that's the first round of weighing. It weighs 65. And the reading together with the suitcase, it reads 100 and this is the second weighing. So it reads 103. Does Katlego need to remove or add a few items if the airline's maximum weight allowance for luggage is 35 kg? Verify. So first and foremost, we need to find out what is the weight of the luggage. How are we going to find that? We shall take the luggage. So the total weight with both of them, with both Katlego and the luggage, minus only Katlego's weight. So we end up having 38 kg. That means the weight, the bag weighs more than what is required. So here you conclude and say Katlego has to remove. He has to reduce on the goods. He has to reduce on the goods. So he has to remove the product. So this is the luggage. He has to reduce on the luggage. All right. Katlego's flight is from Cape Town. Will depart at 8:30. The arrival time in Johannesburg will be 10:25. Determine the duration. Remember we said duration will always equal to the end time minus when the activity started. So the end time here it's 10:25 minus 8:35. Let's take note of that. So 10:25 minus 8:30. So here we end up having 1 hour, 55 minutes. So the duration will be 1 hour, 55 minutes. Look at question number 4.2. The diagram below shows the section of the school grounds where a grade 10 learner, Samantha, was dropped off by her dad for the netball practice. 4.2.1. The measured width of one classroom is 9 millimeters. Use the given scale and calculate the actual width of the classroom in meters. As I said, first things first, write down the scale. The scale given to us is 1 is to 1,000. That means 1 unit on paper equals to 1,000 units in real life. But now on paper we have 9 millimeters. What will they be in real life? Simply means we're going to cross multiply. So the empty box will equal to 9 times 1,000, get 1. But these are millimeters. We want the answer to be in meters. Millimeters, 2 meters, we divide by 1,000. So this divided by 1,000. And the final answer becomes 9 meters. 9 meters. Samantha enters the gate of the school grounds and turns to her right. Now, this is the gate. When she enters the school, she has entered like this. Remember, when you face the side, that's the left, and this is the right. So they are telling us she turns right. So meaning She took this direction. She turns right, passing the school hall, and then she turns left. So having passed the school, she turned inside. She turns left and walk between the school hall and the sports field. Yeah, it's in between now. She's in between these. She's in between this direction here. Between the school and sports fields. She will attend classes seen on her left. Definitely, as I told you, this is left, right, left, right. And actually, even though you don't do this, because after turning like this, only classrooms that are there are these ones. There are no any other classrooms. If she had continued this other side, then there would be the science classes. But she turned left into between the school hall and the sports field. So here we go. And the question is, which subject, not classroom, which subject will Samantha attend in this classroom? So now she will be here. This is where she is, and the subject taken in these classrooms is mathematics. Subject, it's mathematics. And this ended our paper.